So now to lift with meritorious deeds, to develop moral minds, we should practice almsgiving, dana, and also observe moral precept, at least the 5 precepts we call pancha sila. So when you join a meditation retreat in a meditation center, you will be asked to observe 8 precepts or 9 precepts. So when we observe these higher precepts, we abstain from sensual pleasure and sexual pleasure, because they block, they interfere with our meditation. So only in meditation you have to give up the sense pleasure during that the retreat. So we should not even think about enjoying sense pleasure and sexual pleasure, etc. So only then we can develop the right concentration very quickly. Now, after the observing moral precept, if you undertake meditation, then your morality will be very pure. So you will get very, very great benefits. So we should exert meditation. So actually the training of concentration means undertaking tranquility meditation. In Pali we call samatha bhavana. And for the training of wisdom, we should undertake vipassana meditation. And you should understand, we should develop the right concentration first before we undertake vipassana meditation. No, we cannot undertake vipassana meditation without developing the right concentration. As I told you, when you attain the right concentration, your mind becomes pure. You already enjoy the highest bliss. And so those, the right effort, the right mindfulness, the right concentration, they become very strong. And when the mind is pure, it radiates very bright penetrative light. Only with the help of this light, you can see ultimate mentality and materiality. Your consciousness, mental factors, and ultimate materiality that make up your body. Only then you can see them. Otherwise you cannot see them. Without seeing this ultimate mentality, materiality arising and dissolving, you don't know these 4 characteristics. What are the 4 characteristics? Impermanence, suffering, not self, and not the disgusting nature. So only when you know this, you can do the vipassana. So in this book, actually, now I describe the training of morality and the first portion, and then the training of concentration, not the remaining chapters. Okay. Now the next important question: why should we undertake meditation? Now, can you give the answer now?
Yeah. The first one, to get the peaceful, and then kedua tadi to attain the panya, the wisdom, and then to pure the mind. That's the 3 answers.
Very good answer. Very good answer. And we should also say, to accomplish the eightfold noble path, to accomplish this threefold noble training, we have to undertake meditation. And we have to take tranquility meditation first. And also to get great merit by meditation. So in almsgiving and in the observing moral precept, we get merit only while we are offering our money or the requisites to the donee. And in observing moral precept, only you reflect on your pure morality that amounts to meditation actually. And only when you abstain from killing, from stealing, only then you get the merit. In the case of meditation, you are developing moral minds all the time. So if you can meditate for 1 hour, so moral minds will be arising by many billions every second. Just imagine how many good karma you get. Many billions good karma you get very easily. So, as it is very beneficial, most beneficial, we would say, most beneficial way of living is living with meditation. And during meditation, we develop only moral minds. So that means, these moral minds, they associate with pleasant feeling and with joy. So actually, it is very happy way of living also. So very nice meditation, we should do it. Now the Buddha, he said in Dhammapada. So this is very important also. The mind is very subtle, very difficult to see, and very swift. It runs very quickly from one sense object to another, and it will land on any sense object it likes. It's very difficult to control and tame the mind, to culture the mind. But the wise should exert the effort to tame and culture the mind. Now, when the mind is calm and tamed and cultured, then you will get human happiness, celestial happiness, and also up to Nibbāna happiness. And these happinesses cannot be given to you by your parents, by your children, by your friends, or by anyone. Now, only this cultured mind, the tame mind, will bring this benefits. So that's why we should undertake meditation. And you should also know your mind is restless because your mind is always occupied by these defilements. Greed, anger, ignorance. They are the main ones, and their companions. Like sloth and torpor, we say, idleness, and having doubt in the teaching of the Buddha. So these they agitate the mind all the time. So these defilements, they arise in us since we are conceived in our mother's mind, our mother's womb. So since our first consciousness arises in this life, so they come along as latent defilement, we say. Now we also have latent defilement. So as soon as they see pleasant, beautiful sense object, lobha will arise. So if you see unpleasant sense object, dosa will arise. So when you don't see anything, so you are thinking of that, this, that. So that means your mind is restless. Your mind is restless. And some person, though I'm teaching very the enthusiastically, so to give you this this very beautiful knowledge, they don't listen. Just chatting. So that is the mind. It's very difficult to tame. You should know that. So we should undertake meditation. That is the best way to suppress these defilements not to arise in the mind. Now the meditations that we should meditate first is the 4 guardian meditations. So it is described on page 163. So that is chapter 5. So I just like to continue about 20 minutes or 15 minutes, I think, so that you can meditate this tomorrow morning. All right? So now these 4 guardian meditations are the meditations that are desirable at all times, at all places, because they are very beneficial. So we should meditate them to guard ourselves from internal dangers and external dangers. So the internal dangers are the defilements, the greed, anger, the ignorance, so the sloth and torpor, and the skeptical doubt, restlessness of the mind. These are defilements. So they are internal danger. So if you don't develop meditation, they will be occupying your mind all the time. So agitating you, actually you are not happy when they are agitating you or they are burning you all the time. And then the external danger means the wicked persons and the dangerous animals, like the snakes, the cobras, etc. And also like the car accidents nowadays. So these and then the ghosts and the ogres. So sometimes, so when you meditate, even the bad angels, the bad celestial beings, they may disturb you. So if you meditate this, so you are protected from all this. Now, at the near the bottom of that page 163, we describe the 4 guardian meditation subjects. So they are Metta Bhavana, radiating loving kindness; Buddha Nusti, reflecting on the attributes of the Buddha; Asubha Bhavana, reflecting on the repulsiveness of a corpse, or even reflecting on the disgusting nature of our body, our body. And Marananusti is reflecting on the nature of death. Now, these 4 meditation subjects, they serve as Sabbataka Kammathanas, that is, meditation subjects generally desirable in all matters. So I told you, it's better to protect ourselves first and then undertake meditation. Okay. Now the way to develop them simply in daily life is described below. You just look at the last paragraph of that page. Now it's described for a bhikkhu, a monk. Before a bhikkhu residing in a monastery takes up his special meditation subject. For us, the anapanasati, so the mindfulness of breathing will be our special meditation subject. So before taking that meditation subject, he should first develop loving kindness. So you should practice Metta Bhavana, radiation of loving kindness, towards all bhikkhus in the monastery, and then to the community of bhikkhus. He should sincerely radiate loving kindness in 4 ways. May all living beings be free from danger. That is a general way. You may say, may all bhikkhus, for the bhikkhu. For you, you may say, may my parents be happy and well. May, and then my family members are happy and well. And may my guardian deity and the deities that guard our house be happy and well. And then you continue like given here. So in 4 ways, may all living beings be free from danger. May they be free from mental suffering. May they be free from bodily pain. May they be healthy and happy always. And the way to say very simply is, may all living beings be happy and well always. That's enough. May all living beings be happy and well always. So you can concentrate on any living being, your parents, your family members, and your all celestial beings, all human beings, and all your co-workers, and then all living beings. So you should meditate. Now we continue. Then he should radiate loving kindness to all deities, to the rulers of the village of his alms resort, to all human beings in the village, and then to all living beings in general. So that's the way we do it. So some people ask, will our radiation of loving kindness effective? Will they reach the person that we radiate loving kindness? So the answer is yes. It is effective. No, you just imagine your telephone. You just press the 6 or 7 numbers, then it goes to that, it reaches the person far away. So the same. When we radiate loving kindness, we are sending our mental radiation, our mind radiation. It reaches that person. And now the benefits are described in the next paragraph. By radiating loving kindness in this way, he produces kindness in his co-residents, so they are easy for him to live with. Kindly deities will protect him, and the village rulers will protect his requisites. He is loved by men and deities alike, so he can go among the villagers without any incurring their dislike, since they trust him. With loving kindness to all living beings, he can wander unhindered everywhere. So very effective. So try to radiate loving kindness to all celestial beings, to all human beings, to all woeful beings, and then to all living beings. So about half an hour tomorrow morning. You start with this.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next paragraph. Besides, his mind is calm, tranquil, and joyful, while his countenance, that is his appearance, is clear, serene, and pleasant. Since he wins the love of everybody, no one will try to cause any harm to him. So the best way is not to practice this loving kindness all the time, as much as possible. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you can radiate loving kindness. May all living beings be happy and well. So while you're walking, you can also radiate loving kindness. May all living beings be happy and well. Whatever you see, any living being, may all living beings be happy and well. So, it is effective. Be sincere. Sincerely wish them to be happy and well. Then they all love you. Then you will be the happiest person in the world. Then the next paragraph describe how to reflect the attributes of the Buddha. Then he should reflect on the attributes of the Buddha very respectfully. By doing so, he is permeating his mind and body with the noble attributes of the Buddha. Thus his body will become as sacred as the special fragrance chamber of the Buddha. So his enemies, wild animals, ghosts, etc. will not cause any harm to him. Moreover, Buddha Nusti will strengthen his faith and confidence in the Buddha, as well as his mindfulness and wisdom. So that means you can increase your faith and confidence in the Buddha, and also your mindfulness and your wisdom by undertaking this Buddha Nusti. Now on page 179, we describe the 9 attributes of the Buddha. So you should learn by heart the 9 attributes. So in Pali. So now we can read. See whether you can read also. Iti piso bhagava araham sama sambuddho vijacarana sampanno sukato loka vidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattha dewa manusanam buddho bhagava. So you can recite this Pali again and again, and you should know the meaning. So the meanings are given below. So now just look at number 1. So Bhagava iti araham means so Bhagava, the Blessed One. That means the Buddha is known as Araham because he has destroyed all defilements and he becomes very noble, worthy of special veneration by all men and gods, you might say. Devas and Brahmas, they are celestial beings, and we can call them gods. No, they are also called gods. So for easy, you can just reflect Araham. Just Araham. So like in this, the pagoda. So you are sitting in front of the Buddha statue, the jade statue there. So you look at the Buddha. Then you just reflect Araham, Araham, Araham. So by Araham, you should know, the Buddha is the noblest. Because his mind is totally pure, and his Sila, Samadhi, Panya is the highest, he is the noblest, and most worthy of veneration. Only that. Araham, noblest and most worthy of veneration. Araham, noblest and most worthy of veneration. So when you know the meaning very well, you just reflect Araham, Araham, Araham mentally. So you look at the Buddha and you reflect, so say for 10 to 15 minutes. So when you can visualize the Buddha, you can close your eyes. So otherwise, you can open your eyes all the time for half an hour. When you can visualize, then you can close your eyes and continue with your the meditation, Araham, Araham, Araham. So tomorrow, when you come to the pagoda, remember 6 to 7 is our meditation period. So please undertake it without fear, because make it a habit. So it brings great merit. So first you pay homage to the Buddha first, by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times, and take 3-4 refuge, Buddham Saranam Gacchami, and take 5 precepts. Then you start the radiation, loving kindness. May all living beings be happy and well. So close your eyes and visualize, say, living the celestial being, human beings. So try to visualize these. May they be happy and well. May all living beings be happy and well. May all living beings be happy and well. You just meditate for half an hour. Then do Buddha no state for another half hour. Okay. So now we close our today's program by paying homage to the Triple Gem and share merits to all living beings. So today is a very great day to all of us. So all of us, we gain very great merit today in terms of many billions of good karmas. So we all are now multi-billionaires. So now we share our merit to all other living beings. So the third column of this distributed sheet. So let's recite together. Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatiya Buddham Bujemi. Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatiya Dhammam Bujemi. Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatiya Sangham Bujemi. With our holy practice, which is in accord with the 9 supramundane Dhammas, we pay obeisance to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Idam me punyam asvakhaya vaham hotu. May these merits of mine lead me to the extinction of all defilements. Idam me punyam Nibbāna pacayo hotu. May these merits of mine be conducive to my attainment of Nibbāna. Imam no punya bagam sabba sattanam dema. Imam no punya bagam sabba sattanam dema. Imam no punya bagam sabba sattanam dema. We share our merits with all sentient beings. May all sentient beings obtain the share of our merits and be well and happy always. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may you all be happy and well always, and may you attain enlightenment soon.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami. Panati pata veramani sikapadam samadhiyami. Adinadana veramani sikapadam samadhiyami. Kamesu micacara veramani sikapadam samadhiyami. Musawada veramani sikapadam samadhiyami. Surameraya Majapamadatana veramani sikapadam samadhiyami. Amabandi.
Amabandi.
Well, it's very nice to take 3, 4 refuge and 5 precepts, and then continued with the study of Abhidhamma. So we come to page 35. Page 35. At the bottom there we have anger-rooted consciousness. So in Pali, dosa, mula, chaitas. Only 2 chaitas which have anger as their roots. So the symbols are given there. So we give the symbol, not this, the star sign for the 2 dosa, mula, chaita, and we call this domanassa sahagatam. So it is similar to the somanassa. So somanassa, upekha, and domanassa, they are different types of feeling. No? Feeling in Pali we call vedana is a mental factor. So somanassa is pleasant mental feeling. Domanassa is painful mental feeling. So whenever you have this anger-rooted consciousness, you will have painful mental feeling. So vice versa. If you have painful mental feeling, then you will have anger-rooted consciousness. So upekha is neutral feeling. So when you have neutral feeling, there's no difference, so we also call it indifference. But it's better to note it as neutral feeling. So, and then we have the the above, the word is patigga sampayutam. Sampayutam is the same as sampayutam in lobha mula chaita. It means associated with. Patigga is the same as dosa, that is anger. So whenever you have the anger rooted consciousness, it will associate with anger. And the asa is the same, just like yesterday. Asankharikam means unprompted. Sankharikam is prompted, by oneself or by others. So you should practice yourself to read this chart. So this chart is very useful. So if you know how to read them, then just look in the chart. You are revising what you have learned. Then you will not forget. So if you do not forget what we have taught earlier, then you will have no difficulty for understanding of what the new teaching. But if you forget, you don't look back and you forget it, then you will find difficulty. So when you have that difficulty, so I cannot help you much. I try to revise as much as possible. Go back, that means no. So if I go back all the time, no progress. We'll be just standing there. So you should exert the effort, to get the greatest benefit. And we say it is the most important knowledge in life. So to get this, so you should exert the effort. Though I'm very skillful with this Abhidhamma, before I teach you, I revise. And I saw the Anthony, he came up early, he revised how to translate to you well. So we should make the effort together. So when we read this dosa mula chaita, it will be the same just like yesterday. So in the yesterday, if you know the meaning of this, this symbol, then you read so manasa sahakatam, deichikata sampayutam, asankharikam ekam, sasankharikam ekam. That is the first two. The same day now we read. So do manasa, instead of so, you say do. Do manasa sahakatam, patigga sampayutam, asankharikam ekam, sasankharikam ekam. That's all. So, at the bottom of page 35, so the name are given there. So now you can read. Do manasa sahakatam, patigga sampayutam, asankharikam ekam. Do manasa sahakatam, patigga sampayutam, sasankharikam ekam. And the meanings are not difficult, already explained. So we give also here again. Domanasa is painful mental feeling or displeasure. Patigga is the same as dosa. It means hatred, evil, or anger. So the meanings of the two, dosa mula citta, will be one consciousness, unprompted, that is asankharikam, unprompted, accompanied by displeasure or associated with painful mental feeling. You can use any one, and associated with ill will. Patigga samyutam is associated with ill will. And for the next, you just change one consciousness. Instead of unprompted, you just use it prompted, and accompanied by displeasure and associated with ill will. So we give the application in the next paragraph. Whenever we feel angry or displeased or sad or depressed, dosa mula citta arises. And whenever it arises, it is always accompanied by ill will or displeasure or mental painful feeling. So if it arises spontaneously without being prompted by anyone, so it is asankharika, And if it is slow, it arises slowly up the march, prompting by yourself or by others. It is sankharika. Now, if you try to reason your daily activity, you will find that this dosa mula also arises many times, every day. In the morning, after washing your face, you look at the mirror. So we say, when you think yourself to be very beautiful, the lopa mula chitta arises. But now, if you look at your face, it seems to be a little sad or unhaggard, or some pimple is getting bigger, or there's sun scratch, you don't like it. So, if you don't like it, you are disappointed. You are not pleased. So anger-rooted consciousness will arise. Now, you want to comb your hair, and you try to find for the comb. If you cannot find it, you get angry. You are disappointed. Who takes away my comb? I cannot find it. So when you get the comb, try to comb your hair, and it does not go in place. It is standing up, the hair. You don't get in place, so you're disappointed. Again, you get angry. So anger-rooted consciousness arises there. Then you try to apply the lipstick, become a little very thick, and you don't like it. As soon as you don't like it, anger-rooted consciousness arises. Then you want to put on some clothing. You try to look for it. If you cannot find it, again you are displeased. You get anger-rooted consciousness arises again spontaneously. They are arising spontaneously. And then when you find the shirt and the trouser that you want to wear, but it's not iron, it is crumble. So again you don't like it. Then you get angry again. Then after that you like to get some coffee or some tea. You come down to the dining hall. So if you look, there's no hot water. So if you have to boil it, you don't like it, you feel angry again. And if you look at the sugar and the no sugar, so you get disappointed again. And then after breakfast, so you try to rush to get to your office. If you think you are a little late, so you become anxious to rush. So why you are rushing? You are worrying. You may be late. Anger-rooted consciousness arises by billions there. When you wait for the bus, does not come very early, then again you are disappointed. You get anger-rooted consciousness. So even the bus comes, and it comes and there's traffic jam. Then again you don't like it, so you become angry. If you are driving yourself, so again if the traffic jam, I eat once, I'm not on time. So again you get anger-rooted consciousness. Some other car will pass by close to you. This guy, almost bumped by my car. So again anger-rooted consciousness arises. Now when you get to the office, you are already 10 minutes late. You are worried. Somebody would blame me also. So again anger-rooted consciousness. And then if your officer reminds you, why you are late every day, not 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so that you waste your time. You should be in time. So you don't like it. Again you feel disappointed for the whole day. For the whole day because of that. And then if you are given so much work to do, you have to finish it. You said, how can I finish so much? Then again you get pressure. So mental pressure. Now, because of mental pressure, you have depression. And then the stress and strain. And then many upset your stomach. And then you will get stomach ulcer. And then many diseases because of this mental depression. All this during this time, not during the tension, not stress and strain, not only anger-rooted consciousness will arise. If you cannot control this anger, your health will deteriorate. You don't enjoy the good health. And you should know that this anger is no benefit. So like the mother worrying about the child. No? So we say, if you are attached to someone, you love the child, you love your husband, you love your wife, you are always worrying for her welfare, no, for her the happiness and all that. So when you're worrying, so anger-rooted consciousness arises by billions. So they say, no, people worry and worry till death. No? So when you worry till death, you go to hell when you die. So, no use actually. No, so you just don't allow this anger. No, and when you saw it is no use. Oh, I need not worry. No, so I try to be in time. Well, if it is not in time, so I will try to solve the situation. So if you just try to calm down, then you are very happy. And you are more efficient in your work. No? When you have a cool mind, clear thinking, you can finish very quickly. If you are worrying, oh, many mistakes. Well, this dosa mula citta, many billions every day. Okay. We have 2 exercises below. Exercise 1, a mother is worrying about her daughter. What citta will be arising in the mother? So you can answer easily. It will be the first, the number 1, anger-rooted consciousness. And that, what is that? Domanasa sahagatam, patiga sambayutam, asankharika dosa mula citta. So then exercise 2, he further explained to his son that the son had been cheated. The son became sad. So what type of citta would arise in the son? So again, as he is sad, he is not happy, so you will have dosa mula citta. And when you have dosa mula citta, it will accompany it with the anger, and he becomes sad only after being explained by his father. So, in other words, his father is prompting him not to become sad. So we say it is domanasa sagatam patiga sambayutam sa sankharika dosa mula citta. Well, very nice, you are learning now. So we go to the next topic, ignorance-rooted consciousness. Moha mula citta. This moha, ignorance, is actually not the leader of those immoral mental factors. It is the worst thing. The worst thing. It blinds us. It blinds us not to know not the true aspects, the true nature of sense objects. So when you don't know the true sense object, you have doubt. Not like you have doubt about the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Many people, they think that, Buddhism has nothing in use for daily life. They think that. So they don't study about who is the Buddha and what is the Dhamma and what's meant by the Sangha. So if you don't know the attributes of the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, then you don't pay attention. So that means you don't pay respect. You have doubt. And like in Malaysia, some university students. So when they attended some of my, the Abhidhamma class, he said, what the Buddha knows more than science that we are learning now? Well, I said, Buddha knows much, higher than the modern science. So if he pay attention, he would know everything. Everything, the modern science, he would know also. So like the Buddha said at one time, when he went into a forest, so he picked up the 2 leaves in his hands. Then he told the monks, now what do you think? Which is more? The number of leaves in my hand and the number of leaves in the whole forest? Of course, the number of leaves in the whole forest outnumber the number of leaves in his hand by many times. Said the Buddha said, what I know is like the leaves in the whole forest. What I teach you is just like a handful of leaves in my hand. I teach only what is essential, what is necessary, so that you can get rid of all the suffering. including the being born in woeful state again and again, and then to enjoy eternal peace and happiness. I teach only that. And nowadays we know, as every the subject is progressing. So every subject is very wide. Like I study chemistry. I major in chemistry. And in chemistry itself, we have many branches. Like organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, physical chemistry, and then analytical chemistry. And for each one, again, there are many separate the subjects again. Only if you study food chemistry, then you have to spend the whole of your life just studying the food chemistry. So like polymers, those who study polymers that give rise to the plastic and all these things, you have to spend all your life. So, and after study them, what is the use? What is the use? Just if you are working for some company doing research, then you just get enough money to live on, that's all. So after that, after finish, nothing. So it does not contribute at all to your liberation from suffering, to your attainment of the highest stage. That is we call Nibbāna. So only Abhidhamma. So at the preface, my teacher and comrade actually, the Soton Ma Wen. So he is so we work together as the advisor to the Ministry of Religious Affairs. So he wrote there. He said he had studied Abhidhamma before, but now only when he read my book, he said, "Oh, I can understand it very well now." So he said, it's better, than reading all the other books in the world. Just try to read this. You learn more. You get more benefit. That's correct. So because of ignorance, we have Vichikiccha. Vichikiccha on page the 37, you can see Vichikiccha is skeptical doubt about the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, and the Trinity. So when we say skeptical doubt, it is special doubt about the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, and the Trinity. If you have doubt whether your sweetheart really loves you or not, that is not Vichikiccha. If you have doubt, so you will be promoted the next year. So these are not Vichikiccha. Only when you have doubt about the teachings of the Buddha, we say you have Vichikiccha. If you have Vichikiccha, you are having the moha mula citta, ignorance to the consciousness. And another word is uddhacca on page 37, that is restlessness of mind. So this Vichikiccha and the restlessness, they are also mental factors. They are also mental factors. They arise in the mind. So this restlessness, make your mind restless. But you have nothing to do. So, then you are thinking about that, what to do about that. So your mind is just restless. You are just living with ignorance. And again, even when you attend the classes, so during the classes you are thinking about your house, about your job and something like that. You would not hear what I said to you. So some of you, if you are talking to each other, you don't know what I'm teaching. These are just the distractedness and restlessness. So these are the two. Now, if you look at the symbol, we give you the two negative signs for moha mula citta, because both of them are upekha sakata, the negative sign. We have read upekha sagatam. Again here we say upekha sagatam. And one is associated with Vichikiccha. So we say Vichikiccha samyuktam. And the other is associated with uddhacca, that is restlessness. So we say it is uddhacca samyuktam. So the names are given at the bottom of page 36. Please read them. Upekha sahakatam. Vichikiccha sambayutam ekam. Upekha sagatam. Uddhacca sambayutam ekam. The meaning on page 37, the second paragraph there. So one consciousness, number one, not number one there, the fifth line. One consciousness accompanied by indifference or neutral feeling and associated with skeptical doubt. Number two, one consciousness accompanied by neutral feeling again and associated with restlessness. Well, when Anthony translated, I noticed that I have explained too long. So I like you to know not as much, very much. So they are very important, these things. They have great influence in our life. You should know them. Then you can find the right way and how to get rid of them. Now again we give two exercises below. Exercise 1, a person who is having doubt about karma and its effect will have a moha mula chaita by the name. So if he has doubt, it will be vicikiccha sampayuttam. So upekha sagatam, vicikiccha sampayutta moha mula chaita. Exercise 2, a person is listening to a lecture but he does not understand a word because his mind is restless. So what is his consciousness? It is again moha mula chaita. The name would be upekha sagatam uddhacca sampayutta chaitam. Now the next topic, taking stock in a day. So if you try to take stock of the mind, of your mind that arise in one day, so what will you find? What will you find? So it is good. So from the morning until we at night we go to sleep, we are in contact with the sense objects all the time. So if these sense objects are not pleasant and desirable, then lobha mula chaita arises by billions, all these things. While you are enjoying all these senses, the good food and the good entertainment, so lobha mula will be arising by many billions. Not just like in America, they take the stock. They say that an average American watches television more than 7 hours a day. Now if you combine with the time you use in playing your iPhone, iPad, that it will be almost half the day. Half the day is it's just finished. You're wasting your time. Only in moral minds would be arising. So when you like what you're encountering, you're having lobha mula chaita. As soon as you don't like it and you don't get what you want, then you are disappointed, and then you get anger-rooted consciousness. And then when you have no friend, no one to do, you don't know what to think. So at that time, what chaita will arise? You're just lazy. You don't want to do anything. So if you're lazy and don't want to do anything, again it would be lobha mula chaita, sankharika chaita. Sankharika. So it means that the mind is inactive because sloth and torpor associate with the mind. Sloth and torpor, they are the laziness, the idleness and the laziness. So when you are the lazy, so just imagine only immoral minds would be arising. And the English proverb is very good. An idle mind is the workshop of the devil. The workshop of the devil. You are just trying to think of causing harm to someone or something like that. So it becomes the workshop of the devil. So it is no wonder when the Buddha said, when all living beings die, those who are born in the blissful realm, if they amount to only a few persons, then those who will be born in the four abodes will be more than the sand, the grains of sand in the whole earth. So we can understand that. We can understand it. And why is that? Because the mind is always the influence and occupied by these lobha, dosa, moha, by these defilement.